Working with the practice of manifestation requires the understanding of our relationship with the elements, and one of the elements is earth. Now, if you're familiar, of course, with the zodiac archetypes, the elemental references do resemble certain aspects of our life, of ourselves, and of our ability to manifest and to co-create. And when we grasp the relationship with these elements, we can manifest greater. We can find in equilibrium of balance and harmony within the elements of our lives, and tuning into the attributes and the potentials of the relationship with these certain elements. And focusing on earth in this video is the element of the physical realm. So nature, as you can see in my background here, myself sitting and anchoring on earth, is very healing. It's very nurturing. Now, I know a lot of people out there may not have access to nature, and that's okay. How do we connect with the earth realm if we don't have access to nature? Well, it is understanding that we are part of nature, that we have nature within ourselves. And by connecting with our bodies is going to offer a very stable and strong foundation for our future. So you can imagine, if we want to manifest a certain goal, if we want to create change in our lives, if we want a certain level of achievement, a certain home, a certain lifestyle, etc., when we are showing up fully and wholly in that process of manifestation, then we are going to accomplish our goals that much better. We are going to also set up a very stable and secure foundation for our future, because our bodies are going to be healthy, our bodies are going to be nourished, and we are going to be more and more connected with our physical self, our physical body. So if you have access to nature, if you have a place like this, or if you have access to a park or a forest, it is, I feel, so beneficial and so healing to be in nature. As I mentioned, we are part of this organic world, this earth, if you will, and grounding into nature and connecting with nature is so therapeutic. I was very fortunate in my early young years to be raised in the country. I was very lucky to have played in the forest, and not so much on social media as now children find themselves on. I was outside being creative, and I feel that having that foundation and that connection with earth allowed for my body to be quite healthy, allowed me to be quite connected with myself, and also returning back into nature in my older years was very beautiful. I lived in cities for many years as well, and it didn't have the same level of comfort for me, I would say, just because I grew up in the country. There's nothing wrong with cities as far as I see. I feel that there is an opportunity for us to connect with the physical aspects of ourselves the same, and to nourish ourselves as long as we are eating well and taking care of our body and connecting with our body in a way of supporting our future and loving ourselves and nourishing ourselves, knowing that investing into our bodies is going to help us create a future of sustained success, or stability and security, as this is what the earth offers us. It offers us also nourishment and peace and flow and ease. I've mentioned it in my other videos as well that I feel creating success and manifestation shouldn't be a grind. It shouldn't be hard work and effort, even though sometimes I know it feels that way. It feels like we can find ourselves in the old trap of feeling that we have to work hard and it's such a struggle. But if you're out in nature and you see how nature operates, it's so different. It's so intelligent and so at peace with the natural rhythm and flow of life and the cycles of life that it has to go through in order to survive and in order to thrive. And that is very, very much resembles our own cycles, our own intelligence that we have within our bodies. And I had a really interesting conversation the other day with a friend of mine, saying, she was mentioning that she wants to go out in nature and connect with nature and feel the health within nature, to attune with her body, the health within herself. She was going through some health complications, and I mentioned that we can find that connection within ourselves at any time. So if you don't have a connection to nature or ability to get out in nature, you can connect within your own nature, within your own body at any moment. The more that we are tuned in with our body, the stronger we will be and the healthier we will be to maintain a certain level of stability and momentum for creating our success, creating our future goals, for manifesting. And manifesting, remember, is creating in the physical realm. It's creating in the tangible world. This is the earth plane that we're in. Although it does require the awareness or the ability to work with all the 4 elements in equal harmony so that we are creating a life that is in balance, that is in alignment with the different aspects that we have within ourselves, but earth being the foundation of our manifestation abilities and capabilities supports us to create in the tangible world. So it has the support mechanisms involved, rooting into the earth, rooting into our manifestations, rooting into our goals, but also nourishing our bodies and nourishing the pace that is needed in order to create our sustained goals, in order to create long-term vision. So you can imagine yourself being like nature in a way, right? And how beautiful the process is when we look at a plant or we look at a flower, for example. We can notice the beauty, we can notice the cycles of life. Everything is blooming right now and beautiful, just like we have our cycles of bloom and beauty. And sometimes we have to go into decay, sometimes we have to go into the underworld for transmutation, for transformation to again bloom once again into beauty and into awe. And so this very much resembles our natural cycles as well. Earth also provides us an opportunity to create tangible material results. So this does equal, of course, yes, e-commerce and finances, but at the foundation of e-commerce and finances is our planning, is our structure, is building the support for the success that we want to see. So everything has stages and steps and cycles involved. And as I mentioned, when you are in the practice of manifestation, anchoring into the earth and observing how nature works, the intelligence that it has, and knowing that you have the same intelligence, you have the same cycles, you are very much attuned with nature. And nature is very healing. Nature is very grounding for us to ground into and work with. And of course, to nourish ourselves. When we engaged in a conscious diet, a whole food diet, a natural diet, being very aware of what we are putting into our body, then our body is going to work in tandem with our conscious efforts. We are putting bad foods in our bodies or constantly eating foods that are not healthy, then our body is going to the body is going to respond to what we are putting in our body. So it's very important to be aware of what we're feeding our body, our mindset as well, of course, but that goes into the air element. I want to focus more on the body aspect, but mental part is important, emotional part is important as well. The energetics is all connected, as you can see. So our body is a very attuned response mechanism to how we feel about ourselves inside, what we feed our body, and our body is our support mechanism for what we want to create in our world, with our career, with our life, with our home, with our certain lifestyle that we want, etc., the enjoyments in life. So when we are tuned in with our body, when we are connected within ourselves, then of course our results are going to match that. Also, you can consider the earth supporting and supplying us with the resources that we need in order to build homes, providing us electricity, providing us the nourishment, providing us the sustenance. The earth is supporting us in all that we want to create and build in the tangible and practical world. So the earth is here to support us. And again, as I mentioned, we are part of the earth's story. We are part of the earth's cycles. Some of the traits and attributes of the element of earth is going to be, of course, nature, our connection and relationship with nature. It's going to also relate to our body, the connection and relationship with our body. It's also going to relate to the physical realm, so our home, our assets, our tangible goods, our material possessions, and it's also going to result or is going to also connect with e-commerce. So the result of our hard work, our labor, and this is all connected. It's the cycle that we are in the earth plane, in the earth realm. So when you are manifesting and you want to access the earth element, or you want to bring in the earth element to focus on, it is going to be extremely beneficial to harness the relationship with the earth, to connect with your body, to be out in nature perhaps. And again, if you don't have access to nature, you can even connect with your body in meaningful ways, feed it the good stuff, be very clean with your diet, tuning in with your body. And of course, also too, we can plant foods and grow flowers and plants within our home as well, which does offer, I feel, very nice nourishment into our space. Also does relate to e-commerce. It does equate to finances, to systematic strategies that support the growth that we want in these areas. So being very proactive, very active in this department, but also education and learning in this realm. So anything that we can do to invest into our future is going to help us build in the practical realm. The relationship with Earth is very important. Also being very mindful and conscious of the relationship with the Earth, how we can maintain balance and equilibrium while we are manifesting, while we are creating. When you are working with the practice of manifestation, spend some time to focus on the earth element and how you can draw it into your practice, into your strategy, into balance and harmony for supporting the foundation for what you are wanting to create and grow, and also maintaining the relationship with nature itself and the relationship thus within your body, within the foundational floor of all that you want to create. Imagine it as a tree. You are a tree anchoring into the earth, anchoring into the ground, and your results are going to bear fruit based on the stability and structure that you have within the trunk of the tree. So the fruits and the results are going to be based on that relationship of the whole. Enjoy your journey of manifestation and connecting with the earth realm, the earth plane, and the element of earth.